Hi everybody, my name's Abigail Trujillo, and I want to talk to you today about the Apple Store application redesign. So there are a few problems going on with the Apple Store app as is. User ratings average about 3.5 out of 5 stars. Why? Well, consumer satisfaction data is showing us that the lack of elements make it impossible to create a wish list or to speak to live representatives. There are even some data that proves that consumers are not likely to return without a loyalty program. So how can we fix this? Well, our vision is using these elements, we can increase positive user experience. We can include live representatives through chat, email, or phone calls. A wishlist feature can bring busy consumers back to purchase without having to search for the item again. And we want to incentivize our repeat customers with a loyalty program. Adding these elements, average user ratings can increase from 3.5 out of 5 stars to 4.5 stars or higher. Let's take a look at this competitive matrix. Obviously, in the elements that we're lacking, it's putting us below our key competitors of Best Buy, Samsung, and Verizon. Our live chat, we don't have a live chat feature. We don't have a wishlist feature. We don't have a rewards program feature. We want to be the best of the best. So, let's continue. User scenario 1, we have Andrew. Andrew is a 39-year-old male, and he's an associate at a very fast-paced law firm. He has new duties daily. Because the law firm is so busy, Andrew always seems to be on the phone or on his computer. He doesn't have the time to be tech-savvy, so he can find himself frustrated when he can't figure something out on his devices. What can we do to make Andrew's life easier? Well, let's see what Andrew wants. Andrew states that he wants to be able to speak with somebody to help him navigate through new devices and constant updates. So if we add live chat features that are accessible through multiple screens, we would be able to fix a lot of Andrew's problems with not being able to navigate through his new technology. This slide, we see a link here. If you click this link, you can find the usability study that we used with Andrew's task flow. The next user scenario is for a 24-year-old woman named Leah. She is the owner of a successful small coffee shop in Boston, Massachusetts. She graduated with her bachelor's not too long ago, about 6 months ago. She takes orders on an older iPad that constantly needs to be charged. Leah always serves with a smile and is always seen in a good mood. She believes every person's deserving of a chance. She is a very giving person. She donates food to shelters, and she's not willing to give that up. Because she just graduated, Leah has a lot of student loans. And because she won't give up giving to the community, her profit is just enough to keep the business going. How can we help Leah? Well, it seems Leah would just like to join a program that rewards her for her purchases and shows her that she matters. We want all of our customers to feel like they matter. So, implementing a loyalty program for businesses and students, or a loyalty program that incentivizes people the more they buy with us, doesn't sound like a bad idea. Here is Leah's task scenario usability test. You can click the link there and watch that, and this shows how a loyalty program would work in the app redesign. Our third and final user scenario is a 43-year-old woman named Emmy. Emmy is the CEO of a large tech company. She's an organized, hardworking mother of two. She's constantly looking for ways to incentivize her employees. She gets stressed out in the midst of disorganization. Emmy likes to keep lists of gifts and prizes she plans to purchase for work events and home 6 months to a year in advance. So, what does Emmy want from the Apple Store redesign? She wants to effectively add products to an organized list and be able to add those products directly to her shopping cart when she's ready to purchase. How can we do that? Well, adding a wish list feature would allow you to browse our app late at night when you should be sleeping and add things to a wish list. And when you feel like you're ready to purchase, you don't have to search for that item again. You don't have to put in all your specifications again. You just gotta click add to cart and boom, you're done. Like the other two user scenarios, we have Emmy's task scenario usability test here. If you click this link, you will see her task scenario played out on a wireframe to show how a organized wish list would improve user experience. So what is my approach to the app? Well, let's start with some style changes. First is our product style guide, color usage. We want something that's going to be fresh and high tech and useful and passionate and keep people nice and calm and want to keep us on our app. So, blue is the most popular favorite color in over 10 countries. Because the color blue is so universally loved, expect a colorway that brings a traditional, conservative, and timeless feel to the new mobile application. Blue is used in most offices because it gives such a serene, calming sense. It reminds you of the ocean. So let's implement blue. Grid system is pretty standard. We just follow these guidelines we'll talk about. Consistent use of grids keeps order while designing. So the Apple Store redesign uses a basic 8-column grid with 20 pixel margins. Each column should be 121.25 pixels wide with a gutter of 5 pixels. Moving on to the shop screen, the margins are 25 pixels wide. There should be 110 pixels of space above the 166.6 pixel wide header. The header has a height of 64 pixels. There should be 25 pixels of space underneath, and so on and so on. So let's go to our icons and symbols. Icons and symbols are very typical Apple icons and symbols. This just shows them at a 36 pixel size and 150 pixel size. We also have a progress bar and a loading screen. The bag would obviously represent shopping. So when a user clicks a bag, they should expect to be brought to a shop screen. The calendar is representative of scheduling. So if a user wants to schedule a live appointment or an in-person appointment, they will click the calendar. The person icon is very standard. It will lead a user to their account, and the search icon, same deal, very standard. It will lead a user to search the app. Finally, the shopping cart stands for the user's cart. When a user clicks the shopping cart, they will be prompted to edit their cart or check out. Here is what the progress bar looks like with the signature Apple logo. And speaking of logos, we want to talk about brand behaviors and product ethics. Logo clear space. So there should always be at least one signature Apple away from the logo at all time. So that means that there should be at least 119 pixels of space in either direction. When using the typeface logo, that means there should be 88 pixels of space in either direction. The logo variants are very simple. There are 4 color variants for this specific redesign. We have our blue, black, gray, and white. When using white, there should be no outline and it should always be used on a darker background. The typeface Apple logo construction is 228 pixels wide with a height of 84 pixels. The normal, regularly used signature Apple logo should be 92 pixels wide with a height of 119 pixels. The exception is the progress loading screen, where the logo is 200 pixels wide and a height of 263 pixels. Now let's talk about some prohibited uses. We don't want to see any other colors outside of the approved colors. Hex codes are included. This means that there should be 100% opacity, no gradients, no drop shadows or glows, and any color that isn't specified within the hex codes under the logo variants, they should not be used. So, my final solution. So let's talk about this final solution. We'll use Emmy's task as just a way to keep time a little bit shorter, but if you click through the presentation, you can also go through Andrew's task flow and Leah's task flow. Watching this video, you will see me click the iPhone, and we're going to add it to the wish list with the heart button. View our wish list, continue shopping, go to our wish list, and add the phone from our wish list to our bag, and that's it. I want to thank you for your time, and if you have any questions or concerns about the Apple Store redesign, I encourage you to email me at the email listed on the screen, Abigail Trujillo 724 @gmail.com. Thank you again.